I wanted to address an interesting topic today about how society has really shifted its priorities and its principles on what it perceives as important, and how the exterior, the physical appearance, and beauty has become such a significant role. Maybe not that it made a lot of difference, but it's become such an important aspect of how we perceive good things in our life. And mainly what I want to talk about is how in my opinion, the power of personality trumps everything that you do, even society's standards of what is powerful and what is right. We always hear the term pretty privileges. I mean, I think everybody knows what that is, and it exists, and it's true, and you can't, get away from that aspect. I think psychologically people are very comfortable when they see a pretty face. It is why, in many aspects, and this, by the way, it's not that I'm criticizing or even highlighting in a negative way. That is a reality of life. I think in our minds, when we see a pretty face, it calms us. It gives us a sense of, happiness and joy. Especially men. Men are very physical creatures. They react to the exterior a lot more than women. So naturally speaking, if a shopkeeper wants to hire an assistant, they would prefer to hire someone who is good looking, right? And this doesn't just apply to the shopkeeper, even in parties and clubs. I mean, I'm a person who tends to go out a lot, and you have this face card rule, and this face card rule is everywhere in the world, where if you are looking in a certain way, if you are somebody who will add sort of elegance and beauty and likability to the place, you'll be allowed to enter the club. This is a phenomenon that's always been around, and I think in different iterations by the ages and decades. Maybe in the 50s and 60s, it was more about, the Marilyn Monroes and Hollywoods and movies. But now today, for example, it's all about the Instagram models that we see, and how, people look in a certain way to create a certain vibe that allows for the place that they're in to have a lot more, much more attractiveness and much more intrigue by people who want to go there. I mean, we see it all the time in these videos in Ibiza and Mykonos and all these places around the world where a lot of beauty, a lot of physical appearance dominate the online space, and we're bombarded with it every single day. This really, and again, I always say this, my channel is about relating to the average person, relating to people that go through everyday struggles, and people who, a lot of people go through these struggles. How can we compete with beauty? How can we compete with the face card, the invisible face card rule? How can we compete with somebody who's looking their absolute best? I don't really want to talk about what the other person goes through, because looking good or looking pretty or looking very, very the physical appearance on a high level, that can be quite deceiving, knowing the different facets that person goes through to achieve that look. But I don't really want to highlight here. What I want to highlight here is the power of personality, and that is the title of my video: how the power of personality, in no matter what hurdles or no matter what situations it puts you in, that power really can change a lot of things around you. That is the ultimate goal a person should seek. The person should seek to uplift their personality, different facets of who they are as a person, in terms of communication, in terms of dealing with people. That essence will always trump and win in any aspect. Having a very strong personality can help you navigate so many aspects in life and so many hurdles. It can allow you to have great relationships in business. It can allow you to probably go through situations and avoid situations that another person may not be smart enough to deal with. The power of personality makes you understand as well how people move and how people react to situations, how you can also adapt your personality and act with those people. The power of personalities allow you to meet very important and powerful people. Those powerful people can help you and pave the way to uplift your life and take you to the next level, whether it's in business, whether it's in personal relationships. And obviously you get to meet so many great people, and that's the idea that you should be framing your mind about how personalities can take you places. Personalities will take you, this saying, I have it in my mind. Maybe a pretty face will allow you to enter a place. Maybe a pretty face will allow you to enter a place or a location, but a powerful personality is going to let you stay there. And that's the idea. You want to stay there. You don't want to just enter. You want to be part of that, part of those circles that can take you to the next level in your life. And obviously that can help you achieve what you want to achieve. So what are the 5 elements of a powerful personality? And these are the things that I kind of thought about. I personally worked with me. I think a lot of people in some shape or form adapt and also use. 1, you got to have confidence. 2, you got to be resilient. 3, you have to be charismatic to a certain extent. 4, you need to be adaptable. 5, you have to be social. All of these 5 elements that I just mentioned, when they're combined into who you are as a person, trust me, it's going to play such a significant role in helping you really navigate and figuring out how to be in certain positions that are going to improve your life. When you're confident, it's belief, and people love confidence. People are attracted to confidence. When you exude confidence, you know that A, you believe in yourself, B, people might even believe in you. And that's the great part. Resilient, mental strength and mental toughness is very underrated. If you're able to deal with every hurdle or obstacle in a resilient way and be flexible in understanding how to cope with those problems, that's a very attractive trait. People that would want to be with you would want to be with a person that has that survival mindset, that understands how to navigate through the situations with resilience. 3, of course, charismatic. You have to work on that. And of course, you guys, there's a lot of YouTube channels. There's a lot of content on how to be charismatic. It's about body posture. It's about tone of voice. It's about the things that you say eloquently. It's about eye contact, body language. It's about conversation. I mean, there are many ways, and there are many things that you can learn through charisma and how can you deal with people. Of course, adaptability, and to me, I think probably adaptability and number 5 are the 2 most important, because adaptability means that you're able to deal with any kind of situation by adapting with it. Obviously, there will be curveballs. There will be times where you're not expecting things to happen your way. You got to adapt. You got to figure out how to adapt to the other person's personality. You got to figure out how to adapt to a situation that's been placed on you, and that can cause harm, of course, or damage or anything like that. Adaptability is really ingratiating yourself with someone's mindset, someone's thought process, and adapting to them, making them feel that their mindset and their mentality is welcomed. And that's important. That's an important segue, of course, to the 5th part, which is being social. Being social allows you obviously to get to know different people, get to know different personalities, understand how people operate, how people think from different facets of the world, different cultures. And these things are not really easily attainable unless you actually go out and network and meet with people. You hear it all the time: business, relationship, partnership, even in emergency life situations. Socializing with so many different people gives you a great mindset, gives you a great understanding of the mentalities that are out there in the world and how you should adapt to them. Point number 4. And when you adapt to them, that allows you to have resilience, and of course that allows you to become confident a lot more in how you talk. People may like looking at a pretty face and looking at somebody who looks good and all that, but they gravitate towards charisma, confidence, personality, adaptability. Why? Because these are things that they actually can aspire to be. It's very interesting. I think even a lot of good-looking people or physically attractive people, a lot of them don't even qualify or think of themselves as attractive or good-looking, which is interesting because, of course, eyes or beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. So everybody has their own opinion and how people look. But always, no matter what color, look, or shape a person has, they'll always gravitate towards an aspiring, confident person and a resilient person. what do you see when you see all these self-made millionaires and their stories? What do you sense from them? You sense from them confidence, you sense from them resilience, you sense from them sociability as well, being eloquent, knowing how to talk. And these person, and that's why I'm saying that the power of personality will take you to so many places and will allow you to grow and foster yourself, and that will ultimately really lead the way in your life and how people are going to view you in the future. You know, I classify myself as somebody who has worked on his personality, who has, you know, tried to mix and meet different people from all aspects in the world, and I can proudly say that I have many friends and I have many people that are good with me, and I'm good with them from all over the world. And that's because obviously I'm not saying I'm perfect, and I'm not saying that I embody all those personalities or traits or those characteristics or those features that I mentioned in the perfect way, but some would tell you that I do exude some of those things, and that's because I worked on them, and that's because also I believe in them. And I also think that it's important to understand what are the things that are going to help you fulfill your dreams and achievements in life, and understand your place in the world and how you can benefit others, and how you can also lend yourself to people who need those, you know, inspirational kind of motivations, you know, because I've heard from people tell me a lot of times, you know, they're like, your confidence man, Abdullah. So I know you know my name is Abdullah. So I heard people telling me, Abdullah, I love your confidence. I heard people tell me, you really seem to be very social. You talk to everyone. You have conversations. You have these, you know, traits. And that's because obviously other reasons, like I like to get to know people. I like to be social. I like to have a different perspective. I like to put myself in other people's positions and shoes whenever I'm drawing a scenario or whenever I'm trying to understand something. But aside from all of that, that's because also I've put myself out there, and I've also understood that it's important to strengthen that your personality, because that will be with you forever, no matter what. A pretty face fades, the exterior fades. We all know that, we understand that, but the interior, the power of your personality, is the one that's going to stay with you forever, is the one that's going to shape your principles, it's the one that's going to take you to places, and it's the one that's going to let people gravitate towards you. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you soon.